Hi, welcome to the Universe Pattern Tool tutorial. I will walk you through how to use it to aid your schematic design, design development, and construction document processes. The best way to learn the details of the tool is by looking at a bunch of different patterns. We have a library of pre-made, highly optimized design patterns. So click on Open Optimized Patterns, select the facade material that you're interested in, and here are all the different pattern categories. So choose the one that you want to explore more. And for each pattern category, there's multiple options. These give you a sense of the possible panel layouts. And remember, all of these layouts will be highly optimized, so they're a great starting point for when you want to figure out specific panel sizes. Current facade material is displayed here. You can see the sheet sizes that you have available to cut panels out of. The selected material will be important when you want to calculate the optimization, apply colors to your facade, or download a Revit object. At the top of your screen, you can set the wall width and height if you know these dimensions. The optimized pattern library can provide you with a great starting point, but the real power of this tool is the ability to modify or create brand new patterns. In the Customized Patterns section, this is where all the information that creates the facade pattern is located. Once again, the best way to learn how this works is by looking at the various pre-made options. You can change the orientation of the current pattern. Modules and rows form the basis of the facade pattern. Let's look at how the current pattern is created in detail. First, the tool looks at the bottom row and then places this 30-inch tall and 120-inch wide module along the first row of the wall. Next, it looks at the second from the bottom row and places the 60-inch tall by 120-inch wide module repeatedly along the second row of the wall. Notice how this module has an offset of 40 inches. That means the first panel in the second row is moved over to the left by 40 inches, creating this offset pattern. The tool then looks at the third row, which is similar to the first row, except it has an offset of 80 inches. So the first panel in this row is shifted over 80 inches, and then it places the rest of the panels on the wall. You can add modules to any row of panels. If I click Add Width on the first row and enter 45, you can see the first row on the wall now has another module. It places the 120-inch panel first, and then the 45-inch panel after, and then repeats this pattern along the first row. When you make a change to any of these parameters, click Enter on your keyboard or click the Update Pattern button. You can create some really interesting and highly optimized patterns using this tool. Let's look at calculating the optimization of a pattern. It's important both from a cost and environmental standpoint that we fully utilize the manufacturer's sheet sizes when creating a facade. Click Calculate Optimization, which opens the optimization settings. Here you can select whether you want to run a fast approximation optimization, which is very accurate for medium or large walls, or you can select a slow full wall optimization. You should use this slow full wall setting when you have a smaller wall that cuts off the pattern. Some facade materials have grain or metallic directionality. So if you know the material that you're interested in, you can also enter the directionality if it has one. This affects the optimization algorithm. Let's look at the optimization for a Trespa pattern that has a 30-inch by 120-inch and 45-inch by 120-inch module. The total optimization is 81.8%. That means that the total area of our panels is 81.8% of the area of the Trespa sheets that we cut them out of. We want to make this number as high as possible, minimizing the wasted material. Here, we can see a visualization of the results of the calculation. The blue are the panels, and the black is the Trespa sheet stock. We can see P1 is the 120 by 30 inch panel, and P2 is the 120 by 45 inch panel. The optimization algorithm was able to place two P1s on this 120 inch by 60 inch Trespa sheet stock, but it was only able to place one P2 on this same sheet, resulting in the total optimization here. You can left click and drag to move around and scroll to zoom in and out. Another great feature of the pattern tool is the ability to apply colors and finishes to your facade. So click Apply Colors. And here you can see the entire material library for Trespa organized by color collection. Each color has its own finish options. And you can add colors by clicking this plus button. So let's go ahead and add some colors. You can set the percentages down here once you've added them. Note these percentages must add up to 100, and then click Randomize. You can keep randomizing it if you don't like the initial color distribution until you find one that you like. Now that you have a highly optimized facade with your desired color pattern, you can generate a Revit object with all of this information. So down at the bottom, you can click Generate Revit Object. Here you can see the wall width and height that you've set up here. And then you select the modeling method and then click Generate. Here you can see the downloaded Revit object open in Revit. Make sure you set your parts visibility to show parts so you can clearly see the colors. This is a basic wall with a facade material outer layer. And each different color has its own material set to its specific color in Revit. So it makes it very easy for setting up material schedules.